I'd like to share one of my biggest regrets in life. Now, even if it helps just one person, right, make a change for the better, that'll make me an extremely happy individual. Having said that, if you don't mind sharing in the comments, what's one of your biggest regrets in life? I'd love to hear about it, possibly learn from it as well, right? I'm all about community here and learning from each other, right? This is not a one-way street, right? I'm not sitting on some pillar pontificating about anything, right? I'm just sharing my experience and I would love to learn from you as well. Now, when it comes to the whole idea of, when it comes to regret, right? The whole notion of regret, there's two points of view from which I like to look at it, right? There's things that we regret that we didn't necessarily know about, right? We didn't know any better. And those for me, they don't necessarily hurt as much, right? The ones that really hurt, now this is the other point of view, is stuff that you knew about. And despite the fact that you knew about it and how it could be or how it would be better for you, you still didn't act on it. And time goes by, and you don't do anything about it. Like that's one of the worst, right? And what I'm going to be sharing with you is something that I actually knew about, right? I actually had, by the way, if you're wondering why I keep looking down here, is because I've got my notes here that I keep referring to. This is important enough to where, for me anyway, it's important enough that I don't want to miss any of the points that I wanted to share, right? So, like I was saying, in this case, like what I'm about to share with you as one of my biggest regrets in life, it's what makes it even worse is that I had my parents reminding me about it over and over, and I would avoid, I avoid holding myself accountable and actually doing what I was told, and I'd sometimes even lie about having done what they're telling me to do, right? And it's something that I just, when I look back to it, I just imagine how much further I could have been. All right. Now, without beating around the bush, let me go ahead and say it. It's nothing big or grandiose, nothing earth shattering, right? And it's just the simple concept of the simple practice of reading. Okay. Reading, right? I regret not reading books the way I like them, the number of books that I could have or should have read by now, considering that I had people telling me about, my parents. Like, I remember when I was a kid, they would tell us, I'm one of four. I got three siblings, right? All boys, right? Four knuckleheads. My mom got stuck with four knuckleheads. But anyway, it's all right. We were good. We were good kids. We were. I shouldn't say it like that. But anyway, they told it, when we were, I remember when we were younger, both my parents, mom and dad, they were, hammering it over and over. Read, make sure you read. Have you read today? Have you read books? And, I would lie about it, and it's just, when I think back to having that message from since then, had I taken that had I listened, let's just put it that way, had I listened and just kept reading over the years, right? We're talking, I mean, I'm 40 now, or in my early 40s, right? 41. And, I'm just thinking about all the years of reading that I have missed out on. Obviously, I read, the few books or whatever we did, the minimum requirements, right? Like when we were in school and all that type stuff. But beyond that, right, beyond school or whatever was required of school, right, the bare minimum, as soon as I got done with school, I stopped. Like, not even, it's what I read in school is not, I don't even consider that like reading per se, right? Like how we go out and actually buy books that we want to learn from, or whether it's fictional books or nonfiction. But what I'm talking about here is reference to more of nonfiction. Okay. Like stuff that will give you knowledge. Like we have so much, right? We seek mentors, we seek people to coach us and all that. We have so much knowledge that is readily available to us at our fingertips that we just don't take advantage of, right? And a lot of us just don't read. Like, we won't pick up a book and read. And I've been that person, and I regret it. I regret it big time. Like, I just imagine how much more further along I could be in life as a whole, right? How much more seasoned of an individual I could be had I spent all this time reading books the way I know I should have, right? So this is why I'm saying, like, this is the kind of regret that hurts even more, is because it's not like I didn't know any better. It's not like I didn't have people telling me that I should do that, right? I knew, and I know that it's good for you, right? And yet I just didn't, I just wouldn't do it, you know? Yes, we can always make up these excuses, like life gets in the way, we have all kinds of things going on, but no. It's, now if you're a younger person or a younger individual than myself, like say in your teens, early 20s, whatever the case may be, please listen to what I'm telling you right now. I mean, if you want to get ahead in life, books can be everything, right? Reading books that you, and I'm speaking more along the lines of nonfiction, right? I'm talking more along the lines of nonfiction. Books that will help you improve all, so many different aspects of your life, especially finances. Okay, finances is huge. And of course, this channel, what my channel is about here, like I'm looking to document my journey with, document my journey to attain financial independence, right? Whereby the goal is to just simply get to the point where we're generating enough in passive income to cover our living expenses. And one of the things that would probably make that journey a little less rocky is doing the right things, right? And where does doing the right things start from? It starts with, gaining knowledge, right? Gaining knowledge. And, I can't think of any other, one of the most cost effective ways to go about it is by reading books, right? There's hardly anything, that we want to do in life nowadays that somebody smarter than us, more talented than us hasn't already done, right? And the beauty of it is they've done it and they have left roadmaps for us, and the roadmaps are in these books that we should be reading. Okay, now if you're younger, like I said, please listen, start reading today. If you want to be, if you have any big aspirations in life, you start reading, right? Think about it. Like some of the biggest, richest individuals in the world who you would think don't, who have accomplished everything, right? Made all the money that they could possibly want, that an individual could possibly want to make, right? Until this point, they're still reading, they're still trying to acquire knowledge, right? So what more of people like you and I, right? Just regular individuals. That should tell you something, right? If they at that level are still doing that, that should tell you something, okay? Now, if you're older than me, and you haven't been, guess what? Or if you're my age or older, guess what? All I can tell you is that it's never too late to get started, which is why I am, at this, it's something that I should have started a long time ago. That's why I'm going ahead and getting started with it. Okay. Now that's the thing. You can never go wrong with pouring into yourself. Like that is going to be the biggest, or I shouldn't say biggest, that is going to be the best, one of the best investments that you can make. Anything that you are spending money on to pour into yourself, whether it's buying courses from people who have already done what you're trying to do, improving your skills, reading books, getting knowledge from people who are, that's a big, the return on investment on that is, you can almost not put a tangible figure on that, right? So that's just keep that in mind. Like, for instance, I recently came across a guy, I can't remember his name. It's a channel I just recently came across, an individual who's multi-millionaire now. And I just saw something. He had like a ton of books in his library, right, home library, and he was basically saying that those books are the reason why he is as successful as he is, right? And he made kind of like the bold claim that if anybody were to read all these particular books that he's read, he is sure he could, and they spent time with him, they would be millionaires like in 7 years or something. I don't know where that number came from. I can't remember the individual, but if you are interested and you would like, you want to know who that is, very motivational guy, by the way, too. All right, very motivational. Let me know in the comment section, and I will go look for it if you care enough. I'll go look for it. Look for the guy's name and share his channel down there. Okay, respond to your comment with his channel if you're interested. Right, and then this. I guess I'll end with this, right? I'll end with this. Just wanted to make sure that I'll miss. So here's where I'm going to end. Moving into next year, right? I was telling myself that starting next year, I'm going to try to read a book a month or something like that. And that, I know for those of you who are avid readers, you're probably looking at that like maybe that's not, I don't know what is considered good or bad or like average, but hey, you got to start somewhere. And I feel like for somebody who hasn't been reading their entire life the way they should have, I feel like a book a month is not too much to ask, right? I should be able to make time for that. And I was going to start next year, but then I was like, procrastination is the thief of time, right? Why put that off? Give myself a head start and start now. Now, what is the book that I'm going to be starting off with? It's this one. It's a classic, I suppose. So many people have recommended it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So many people have recommended this book. And I think I actually read it. No, I didn't read it. That's the thing, right? I've listened to the audiobook like maybe some 7-8 years ago. It's been a minute, but I always feel like a fraud when I tell people that I've read the book because, I don't know, maybe that's just something because I'm someone who has not read, but I wanted to take it upon myself. This is one of those personal development type things, right? Taking upon myself to start off with this one, right? And I'm not gonna wait till next year. I'm gonna start this like tomorrow, right? I'm gonna start reading this tomorrow. And for those of you who don't know about it, like Rich Dad Poor Dad is like, I guess I'm looking at the back here. It says it's the #1 personal finance book of all time and a classic that has stood the test of time. So that's it's a personal finance book, right? And as time goes by, as I go through the pages, I'll discuss more about what one of the things that's all the different things that stand out to me as I go through the book. Okay. So if you want to get a copy of this book, I'll have a link in the description below this video. You'll probably be able to it'll be one to Amazon. Probably be one of the cheapest places you can get it. And full disclosure, that is my affiliate link. You can get the book at no additional cost to you whatsoever. Okay, I'll get like a few cents or whatever. How Amazon commission is extremely low, but yeah, for those of you who've been following, you'll know I just recently opened up an Amazon affiliate account and looking to make some sales before my 180 days run out. So this is a start of that, right? Okay, so that's the book. If you want to join me, if you're not a reader, if you want to start reading, that is one to check out. It's definitely it's also one that's recommended in the training that I've been telling you guys about. That will teach you how to get started with digital marketing. It's going to be the first link in the description below this video. Actually, it's going to be the second link in the description below this video because the first link is going to be this book. Okay. So, that training, the second link in the description, they actually recommend this book and so many other people have. So, anyway, thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you are one of the few people that have made it this far, oh man, I appreciate you more than you know. I put this to let me know that you actually made it this far. Put it in the comments. See, money, more money. Okay, more money. Put that in the comments if you are one of the real ones that actually, one of the people that actually watched this video all the way to the end. Real money. Put that, sorry, more money, because that's what we're trying to do here, right? More money gang. I don't know if I want to go with that. That might be something I might start talking about, right? I start using as a slogan, right? More money gang. All right. But anyway, more money. Put that in the comment section below. I'll know that you are one of the few people that actually watched this video all the way through till the end. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in the next video. Start reading. Ciao.